Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. This very hip looking kitty right here is Simba, and in today's video we are doing a poof curl method wreath. We're using 21-inch Deco mesh. It's going to be a little different and it's going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's get started. Here are the supplies that we're going to use for this wreath, starting with a roll of Deco mesh that is 21 inches in width and 10 yards in length. Next, I'm going to be using this leftover roll of white Deco mesh that is 10 inches in width, and I would say there's about half of it on here, so about 5 yards. Some pipe cleaners. For the ribbon, I'm going to be using this absolutely gorgeous red wired ribbon. It's 1.5 inches in width and it looks like lace on the edges. So beautiful. A 14-inch metal wreath form and this beautiful sign, and this one is quite large. It's actually 14 by about 9, but because this wreath is going to be so big and poofy, we're going to be fine with this big sign. Let's cut our Deco mesh. I have a laundry basket at the side of my table so I can collect all my little strips, and I'm going to be cutting my Deco mesh into 14 to 15 inch strips, and I'm going to need 24 of them. Grabbing my rotary cutter, I'm going to cut 14 to 15 inch strips. I'm a little shorty, so my hand doesn't go all the way down. I kind of have to move it back a little bit, but I'm just going to roll it onto itself. In case you're wondering how short I really am, I'm actually only 5'2". Anyone else short like me out there? This is a problem having a kitten who likes Deco mesh. I'm gonna have to close the door on you or something. Get out, baby. Get out. And he's purring. Very good, Simba. Just took Simba out of the basket and he's not very happy with me. So I had to put the basket up a little high, and I think he's trying to get to it now. Ay, that kitten. Very good. Very nice. All right, my friends, I'm going to finish this up and we're going to move on. Next, I'm going to grab my white Deco mesh. This one is so pretty. Look at the edging. And I'm going to cut 18 pieces at about 10, 11 inches in length. We're going to make curls with these. This beautiful ribbon has a wire going through it right there at the edge of that lace part. I'm going to be cutting it into 12-inch strips, and I'm going to need 18 of these. I just zigzagged until I got 18. Going to dovetail and cut all my ribbon by folding the edges in half and cutting out a little triangle. Now it's time to attach our pipe cleaners. We're going to be using the 18 pipe cleaner method, and the way we look at it is we're going to put 3 pipe cleaners in each one of these 6 sections. First pipe cleaner is going to go on row 1 and 2. I'm going to give it 2 twists and fold it towards the inside. Pipe cleaner number 2 is going to go on row 3 and 4 to the side of the center one. I'm going to give it 2 twists, and the tails are going to go towards the outside. And pipe cleaner number 3 is going to go on row 3 and 4 on the other side of our center one. That's it. We are going to be repeating this same process all the way around. When you are done, you should have 6 pipe cleaners on the inside and 12 pipe cleaners on the outside. Now let's attach our Deco mesh to our pipe cleaners. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to take our Deco mesh, we're going to measure 5 inches on each side and kind of make it look like a candy. So we're going to squeeze. Here we're going to have a curl, here we're going to have a curl, and the middle part, this is where we're going to poof it out. The poof is going to go in between our pipe cleaners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each side of the curl and attach it to our pipe cleaners right next to each other. And then I'm going to take the next pipe cleaner, grab my 5 inches, and I'm going to overlap it on here and go to the next one. The first thing I want to do is make the actual curl. And I want my curl to be 1 inch in diameter. Now that I got my curl, I'm going to measure off 5 inches. For me, it's going to be this section right here. Then when I have my 5 inches, I'm going to attach it to my first pipe cleaner on the inside row. Give it 1 twist only. Then I'm going to go to this side, measure off my 5 inches, and I'm going to attach it to the next pipe cleaner. Only give it 1 twist. Let's curl the next one. I got my 5 inches. I'm going to untwist this last one and put the curl right in. And then I'm going to twist once. Now let's measure this side, 5 inches, or you can just approximate it and attach it to my next one. I know you guys see the curl. The poof part is going to be in the middle. We are just going to poof this part out. So untwist it and poof it out. So we have poof curl method. And you can do it right in the beginning, or you can do it when you have gone all the way around. I usually wait till I go all the way around to do this. But since I want to show you actually what's going on here, I wanted to do this part first. And yes, it's going to be curled in because that's what you did. You just curled it, but uncurl it to the best of your ability and make that beautiful poof. Curling my next one, and I'm going to do the same thing. 5 inches, untwist this one, and there you go. As you see, this is not bad. You just keep on overlapping the little curls and you go all the way around. I'm done going all the way around on the inside row, and now I'm going to go ahead and do those poofs, because the next thing we're going to do is the exact same thing right on top of this layer. My poofs are all done. Now I'm actually going to start adding our white curls and our ribbon. So let's do the first curl. Got my 5 inches. Let's measure the other side. I got my other 5 inches, and let's attach it to the next curl, and just 1 twist there. With this next one is when we're going to start adding everything. Now that I got my 4 curls, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 on here. I'm just going to do 1 twist and bring in my white one. Also got my ribbon ready. I got my white one, and same thing, we want about 1 inch in diameter. I got my red ribbon. Let's untwist one last time and attach. Now we're going to twist it about 1 inch from the actual connection. Cut off the tails that we don't need and twist back. Look at that. Now we actually see some color. We got some white, we got some red. Measuring another 5 inches. I'm going to attach to my next pipe cleaner, 1 twist, then get my next one prepared. Got my 5 inches, and now this one is going to be final on here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is on the inside. Let's twist. If you are worried about this side, you don't want it to uncurl or anything, measure your 5 inches and just put a little clip on it. No big deal. Once again, the little white curl, our red ribbon. Let's put this right over, and we are all done. Now I'm just twisting it up about 1 inch, cutting that off, and folding it back so it's out of the way. Now you just take your other side, and we're going to attach it to the next one. The second row is on, so I'm going to go ahead and open up all the poofs that I just put in. Can you believe this is not the full wreath? We still have the full outside row to do. The good news about that is we're just going to do 1 row, meaning we're just going to attach from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, once, all the way around. I'm doing the exact same thing, grabbing my piece of 21-inch Deco mesh. And first I'm going to measure out my 5 inches, and then another 5, and attach. This one I'm not going to do anything until we're done because we only have 1 curl on here. I attached my first one. Here comes the second curl. 5 inches, 5 inches on this side. After I overlapped the first time, now I'm bringing in the white Deco mesh, making the little curl, adding the ribbon, and then attaching it. At this point, I'm just going to twist, cut off the excess tail, and hide that ending. I'm going to continue overlapping and then adding our white curl and ribbon, and I'm going to do it going all the way around. My outside row is all done, except we need to poof out the poofs. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. This wreath is all done except for the sign. Look how poofy and absolutely stunning this is. I am loving it. Now let's attach the sign. To attach the sign to the wreath, we are going to be using some hot glue, super glue, and these zip tie mounts. I will have a link to these in my description box, and you can always find them in my Amazon store. To take care of the sign, the first thing I'm going to do is remove the little tag. And then I'm going to grab my zip tie mount, remove the backing, grab my super glue, and I'm just going to dot it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to hot glue around the little mount, and the reason we're going to do that is because this foam part right here can actually come loose. And I do recommend you do this in a ventilated area because this stuff is not good to breathe in too much. After I'm done hot gluing all around my mounts, I'm just going to let it cool. All of these are nice and dry. Now I'm just grabbing my pipe cleaners, putting them through and twisting. Because we're putting the sign right here, I'm going to try to push out the ribbon and the white Deco mesh little curls out so we can put in the sign. I do want to make sure that all the ribbon is shown. Look at how gorgeous this is going to be. Let's flip and start attaching. I attached it by twisting the pipe cleaners once. Now I'm going to make sure that I like where it is on the wreath itself. And I think this looks really, really good. I'm going to go back and tighten these in. To cover the back of the wreath, I'm going to use a placemat from the Dollar Tree. You can use whatever you want. If you have a big piece of felt, that'll work too. And then I'm going to grab 3 zip ties, and I'm going to attach it in a triangle formation. Just zip it in. You don't have to make it too tight. Let's put another one right here. I ran out of my white zip ties going on to black. Got the little tails, and then the little tip that's sharp, make sure to fold it back. The last thing that I'm going to do is do a little hanging loop, and I'm just grabbing jute cord from the sign, making a few knots and cutting the excess off. That's it. The little knot, we'll just send it on the inside, and you have a hanging loop. At this point, I'm going to go around and make sure my ribbon is laid out nicely, my curls are laid out nicely, and that is it. How beautiful. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see wreaths for all kinds of holidays, all kinds of seasons, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being with us. As for Simba and I, we're going to say bye, guys, and have a beautiful and blessed day. Say bye. Bye. See? Man, you are so vocal today. Okay, bye, guys.